Happy Monday. We are live from Disney's Boardwalk Resort. I'm starting the stream from a different perspective today because I saw these beautiful flowers and I said, why not start over here? Hope everyone's having a fantastic morning so far. I mean, just look at these gorgeous flowers. Hey, Bobby. Yes, I did, Bobby. I read your email immediately, and then I was like, okay, let me write a response. And then, yep, I'm so sorry. But I will email you back today, promise. Mark, good morning. Hey, Captain Kirk. Lady Kirk, welcome. Congratulations to the Kirks. They have some wonderful news, a new addition to the family. So happy for you both. Look at these gorgeous flowers. Hey, Peter, good morning. I never take time to appreciate the landscaping here at the boardwalk. So nice. So happy for you guys. She is precious. I love the pictures. So I was hanging out right down here, this cute little quiet area, taking a moment. I did have some of my coffee earlier out on this little balcony there. And then made my way down here. I'm like, oh, I'll start the stream here. So we're gonna go for a little walk. And this little guy, squirrel, honestly, was inches away from my feet. I don't know why, but he came up to me when I was sitting there, inches away from my feet. I almost started screaming. Yeah, I totally agree, Captain Kirk. Somebody was telling me the other day that the iPhone is up to number 16. I'm like, what? I'm very, very behind. I had no idea. Hey, Melvin, welcome. Let's go walk through here, check out the pool area. Oh, I just get like the Disney smells, like you know you're in Disney. I don't know how to explain it. It's just a certain scent, but I feel it this morning. Feel it. All right, so I love this little pool area. Super fun, super cute. Get a nice view of the pool, and we'll take a look at the map here. Lots to discover and walk around. We're gonna cover a lot of ground today. Figured it would be a good time to hang out here, because honestly, I feel like I haven't been streaming over here in a while. Actually, with the sunrise, let's actually go back to the boardwalk so you can see a little bit more of that, and we'll come back in here later. Yeah, but I feel like I haven't streamed here in a while, so I'm like, let's head on over to the boardwalk. Check that out. I want to thank you all for being here. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Please do. It sends the stream out to more and more people. We're sharing that positivity bright and early on this Monday morning. And maybe even consider subscribing if you haven't already. And turn on that bell for all notifications so you'll be notified every time I go live. And like I said last week, I am going to try and scatter some other live streams in during the week when I can. So you want that bell turned on so you can see when I go live. Look at the beautiful sky already. Stunning. It looks like, was there a launch over there? It looks like there was a rocket launch, or maybe it's just, I don't know, but I'm assuming that's a launch. And if you were not here for the Cocoa Beach live stream, We got a surprise little rocket launch during that stream. So after this one, you can go back and check that one out and see a live launch from Cocoa Beach. It was super cool. Want to show you some Boardwalk resort activities. You gotta love little movies under the stars. That's always fun. Other activities here. A silent disco. I feel like they're starting to do more and more of those. That's pretty cool. Disney Fit Yoga. Gotta do that. Monday, 9 a.m. to 9:30. And then the family wellness yoga. See, that's more, I feel like, geared towards more of like family and kids. Story time yoga session inspired by our Disney friends. So I feel like that's more family friendly. This one I'm gonna do 9 a.m. to 9:30. Can I do it today? Can I come back? That's a possibility. I don't know. We will see. I didn't realize it was today. I really want to do that. Hey, Eric, good morning. Eric misses the clown face at the pool. I don't know. Some people were not a fan. Yeah, Bobby, it depends. Osceola County is a big county, so there's a lot of options there, but I will definitely respond to your email today. So sorry about that. I was literally had it open and was going to write something the other day and something happened. I don't know. But anywho, got a bird flying overhead. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, all the birds. I want to thank you all for being here and taking time out of your morning to start on a positive note. You know, we all have busy lives, lots of things going on, but the fact that you are blocking out at least an hour of your time in the morning just to get some positivity, get some motivation for the week, you know, acknowledge that, celebrate that. And I appreciate you being here. We're gonna go for a lovely stroll around the boardwalk and just take in all of the gorgeous sights. I think we're gonna head this direction because the sky looks really pretty over there. We can go on the bridge that kind of leads to Epcot. Epcot opens today at 9, which is kind of unfortunate because I did want to sneak in there with you guys, but maybe on a future stream we can do that. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you have been around for a while, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. I want to take a minute to shout out my Patreons. Thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you. And I hope you enjoyed. I did share one of my shorts. I gave you a little sneak preview before I released it on YouTube. I'm going to try and do more of that to give back to my supportive Patreon. So if you want more information on becoming a Patreon, you want to see which level is right for you, you can go to learningwithlaw.com or patreon.com/learningwithlaw. It's so nice and quiet on the boardwalk in the morning. Honestly, if you haven't been to the Boardwalk Deli, I highly suggest it. Got a really good sandwich there a while back. It was delish. Big fan. And it looks like they have breakfast there too. And something smells good. I don't know if it's the deli. It might be the deli or the cake bake. But anywho, we are going to talk about the book I've been talking about, it seems like forever. So tell me if you're sick of this book. But I feel like I've been giving you new insights every week. So I'm trying to, always bring new information for you guys. But the book is called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins. It is a longer book, so it's taking me a little bit. And I also, when I read my nonfiction books, I like to take notes and make sure I'm processing all the information so that I'm able to share it with you guys. So that's why it takes me a little bit longer. Hello, Peter. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for being here. But yeah, so we are going to talk about that book. We're going to talk about some things that I've learned along the past week. I'm just going to have a nice little walk and talk. If you'd like to follow me on my socials, well, I don't really check my Facebook that much, but Instagram. You can go check out my Instagram, Learning with Law 55. But yeah, so let's reflect on the week. I like to always start my Monday stream by letting you all know that this is a judgment-free zone. You can ask questions, you can interact in the chat. We have some wonderful, wonderful people that are here every week that are super kind, super positive. So you know that there is no judgment here. We got some runners out this morning. Love seeing all the people run. That's one of my favorite things about the morning streams too, is you can see, all the people that are awake before their big park day. People are on vacation and they're still getting their steps in before they really get their steps in later on. So you gotta acknowledge that. Good for them. Disney days are long. But yeah, I want to get a really good view, because then we're going to take a little moment of reflection, which is what I like to do at the beginning of each of the streams, just to kind of think about, okay, how did last week go? What are my intentions for this week? If you're a type of person that likes to pray, you can have a moment to do that. But I always like to get a little landscape, little view for you guys. So let me find something nice to look out on. Kind of hard to see past the trees there, but the sun is rising. It's gorgeous right over Epcot. So lovely. And then we also have the beautiful beach and yacht club over there. But I think this is a much better sight over here. So if you want to take a couple of seconds in silence to kind of reflect, set your intentions for the week, and just kind of, celebrate all of, your successes for the week. We're not dwelling on any of the negatives. We're focusing on the positives and, setting some intentions for the week. How do you want your week to go? So I'll give you a moment in silence to do that. And if you've been on one of my live streams in the past, that it's never 100% silent. We do have amazing cast members that are hard at work. I don't know if you could hear the landscaping that's going on in the distance over there, but it's okay. It's still gorgeous. All right, so we're gonna continue our walk. Doing a lot of refurbishments lately, I feel like, at a lot of the resorts, and I think it's a good thing, right? Especially for the summer, we want everything to look nice and manicured and pretty. All right. So last week, we talked a lot about, pushing past your limits, right? Setting those intentional goals for yourself. And you're going to hear me say the word intention a lot if you haven't picked up on that. That was my word of the year last year, and I really feel like I fully embodied it this year so far. But I really believe that if you are firm and you have a clear intention for your goals or how you want your life to look, I feel like that is the roadmap to success, right? You want to be intentional about your habits, your goals, your daily actions, your thoughts. So in reading this book, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, I really feel like he is super intentional about how he lives his life, right? And I want to share some of his insights. Ooh, we got some tracks here from an animal. I don't know if you could see. That's cute. We got some critters. Oh, I should have given you a check on the hair before we start, because I feel it already expanding. You see this? It's happening. It's happening. But this is the before. We'll see at the end of the stream what I look like, the hair-wise, because of the humidity, right? So, this is the beginning. Okay. But yes, being intentional about why you're doing the things that you do, the thoughts behind some of your actions is really going to help you to achieve your goals. So let's kind of talk about what some of the things are that he mentions in the book. And remember, I am not an expert on any of this. I am just bringing to you my insights. Thank you, Peter. Bringing you my insights on what I'm reading. It's the Cliff Notes version, and I'm giving you my perception behind it. So you could read the same book and get something totally different from it. There you go. All right, so David Goggins talks about developing your own code of ethics that sets you apart from the others. And that, again, falls in line with like, what is your intention? If you have a code of ethics, something that you are standing by and living by, you're intentionally, creating that roadmap there. So the drive to turn every negative into a positive should be part of that code, right? Because everybody is going through hard times. Everybody has a story to tell. Everybody has, a reason to play victim, right? But if we fall into that trap and if we allow that to consume us, it's going to take over our lives. And I don't know about you, but if you are someone that, has a situation that we deem as being negative, if you focus on that, it's only going to get larger. So from my experience and from clearly David Goggins' experience as well, you want to make sure you have a drive to turn every negative into a positive in some way. Look for that silver lining. Ooh, I got too close to my bird friend, I guess. Man, we got some ducks. I believe that's an egret, a snowy egret. He also talks about, and I feel like this falls into like the topic of his second book, which is called Never Finished. He talks about that concept a little bit here. So he says, we can't be satisfied. We're either getting better or we're getting worse, right? We need to continue to have that drive to push ourselves forward and improve every single day. He says, changing your mindset into thinking like every day we start at zero, right? You're just kind of like hitting the refresh button. You're starting from scratch every single day is going to make you motivated to push yourself a little bit further, right? So just as I say here on Monday mornings, right? It's a new day. It's a clean slate. And having that mindset of, okay, I can start over today is really something that's helpful because a lot of people wait. Some people wait until Monday, right? I'm going to start, that diet on Monday, or I'll go to the gym on Monday, or, I'll be more productive at work on Monday, whatever the case may be. Look at this little shell. Maybe it's a snail shell. I don't know. But if you have that mindset about every day of the week, that's different. Or some people wait like, oh, in the new year, I'm going to have this resolution, or whatever the case may be. Hey, Sue-Ann. Good morning. First time finding your stream. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Peter. So sweet. So what he is saying is we should never feel that our work is done, right? There's always room for improvement. And that's kind of like the mindset that I've adapted to and learned about over the past year or so, is that growth, for me anyway, is one of my values. And I know we talked about values on one of my previous streams, and honestly, that has given me so much clarity about myself, and also the people around me too, and just being aware that not everybody has the same values, right? And you should discover what are your top 2 values, because that's going to help you in discovering what to do when you face certain challenges. How you celebrate success might look different than other people as well. But for me, one of my values is growth, right? So I feel like every day I want to learn something new. I want to try something different. So for me, I always feel like we need to keep pushing to move forward. We want to have that growth, right? And that's something that David Goggins feels as well. I feel like a little bit more intensely. But again, even if you're not a crazy workout warrior, or you're not in the Marines or in the military, or you're not a Navy SEAL, like that's okay. You can still find something that David Goggins is saying that maybe resonates with you, right? You could take a nugget of information and kind of run with that. So I don't want you to feel like this doesn't apply, because I feel like it could be applicable to everyone's life in some way, right? So just think about that, right? And I've said on other streams too, in the past, I've said, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. But I challenge you, anything that doesn't resonate with you, I would question and look deeper into that. Like, why does this make me feel uncomfortable? Or why doesn't this really connect with me? And look for other ways of interpreting that, or maybe, considering a different perspective. I'm just fully embracing the birds right now, so I'm sorry if you're bored by the birds, but I love it. Okay. And the last short that I dropped is all about the birds, so you can take a look at that. I really just did it for the caption. The caption is everything, so if you watch my short, great, but definitely check out the caption as well. Hey, Pete's Tummy, good morning. Pete says, sometimes growth is accepting change, whatever that is, because change is inevitable. It absolutely is. Hold on. Do you see this bird with the fish? It's a huge fish. This is just like the short that I posted. Holy moly. That's a big fish. I'm so excited. I'm so excited right now. Wow. I don't want to scare him off, but I'm trying to get closer so you guys can see. It's like stuck on the beak. Oh, he got it. Wow. Just swallows it whole. Oh my goodness. Look at that. If you're here for nothing else, it's for the birds. If you haven't already, smash that like button. Please do. This bird just had a full-on breakfast right in front of us. Love that so much. And he's like, I'm just gonna waddle back in the water, look for some more food. Cool. Yes, Pete says, this reminds me of when the pelican swallowed marlin, or tried to. Yes. Oh my goodness. That was cool. We got it in real life, but my short literally had the same exact thing happen. One of the birds was trying to eat a fish, and it was stuck on that beak for quite some time. But again, it's about that caption of me talking about, if you're focused and you persist on things that you want and goals that you want to achieve, eventually you will get there. It might take some time. It might take a little persistence. It might take different strategies to get there, but you'll get there, right? If you keep pushing, you keep putting your best effort forward. We're just hanging out for the birds today. And what I love, love, love is that Goggins continues to talk about, there's always more to do. You're never finished, but you should always be willing to embrace being a beginner again. And that is super humbling, right? Because we always, and I've talked about this in the past, I feel like as well, like we feel comfortable doing the things that come easy to us, right? We're going to just keep doing those things because like, oh, I feel good. I can do it. I feel successful in doing that thing. But we kind of shy away from doing things that are more challenging, right? That's just human nature. Everybody is like that. We're not immune to this feeling. Everybody encounters that at one point or another in their life, right? But he says that you should be willing to become a beginner again. It's the only way to expand your mind. And instead of getting angry that the people in your life can't keep up, help pick them up and bring them with you. So that's something that I've learned because completing 75 hard twice, it was a little discouraging to see the people around me not like pushing forward and bettering themselves. But I needed to really come to the realization that not everybody is going to be on the same level, and that's okay. Accepting them for where they are right now is completely fine. But if you're the type of person that wants to lead, that wants to have your friends and family and the people around you, rise to the occasion, you need to help bring them along as well, okay? And make it your job, make it your mission to not only be at the top of your game, but to want that for the people in your life as well. Captain Kirk, just keep swimming. That's it. Yeah, everybody is hungry this morning. Look at all these. The ducks are having a field day. We have an anhinga in the back. We have an egret over there. They're just all looking for some food. Love it. I just love their little butts in the air, these ducks. So cute. I was just at Animal Kingdom the other day, and on the safari, of course, like once you get to the flamingos, everybody's like, oh yeah, flamingos, whatever. And then the ducks come out, we're like, ducks, as if we've never seen a duck before. But the ducks always steal the show. They're just too darn cute. And there was a whole little grouping of like ducklings. So I just lost my mind. The flamingos, yeah, it's cute, you're pink, whatever, but it's all about the ducks. Sue Ann, you'll be here in 70 days. That's so exciting. I'm excited for you. I love when people are like counting down the days for their vacation. That's super fun. Embrace every minute waiting for your vacation too. Plan it out. Think about all the fun things you're gonna do, because once you get here, time flies so fast, and then you feel like, oh, I wanted more time. But savor every minute. Captain Kirk says, always wanting the best for your friends and family is a positive sentiment and a cornerstone of strong, healthy relationships. Absolutely. And it doesn't mean, putting pressure on them or belittling them or judging them for where they are. Accept them for where they are right now and extend, a helping hand, or make, invite them to things that are going to better them, or, present ideas and opportunities to them. But don't, force things on them. We know that never helps. These ducks, I'm obsessed. Hey, Lynette, welcome. Right? And like I said before, we're all fighting the same battle, right? We love to be comfortable. I love to be comfortable too. It's like my favorite thing, right? To be all cozy on my couch, watching TV, in a robe, whatever. That's great. And, there's a time and place for that. But you also have to make sure that we are, trying to better ourselves every day in some way. And we're all torn between comfort and performance, and between settling for mediocrity or being willing to suffer in order to become our best self, right? We are sometimes very content with staying in the same place. because we're used to it. Not even because it's the best option for us, but because we're used to it, right? And we kind of stay in that comfort. And I think one of the revelations, good morning, Rose. Thanks for being here. One of the revelations I have recently is it's okay to start over. It's okay to, move on from a situation that's maybe no longer serving you, or you've outgrown, or whatever the case may be. It's okay, because that's just going to help you to become the best version of yourself, right? And I don't know, I feel like, as some of you may know, like I have been meditating for quite some time. This year I started that as a new habit. And I really think that has helped me kind of tap into my intuition a little bit more. Just give a little look at the pool, because hey, there was construction going on the last time we were here, and it was just sand upon sand, but no water. So here we go. We're back in business. But I feel like getting present and more in tune with my mind and body, I've been able to tap into my intuition a little bit more and understand and listen to my subconscious, right? And know when things need a change, and know when you're ready to make that step in a different direction. So I think if you're someone who's trying to make a challenging decision or not sure how to proceed, if you get clear about what your values are and you kind of have a moment of reflection, whether it's through meditation or journaling or whatever, you will be able to make that decision, right? The best decision for yourself. But it's really listening to not only your gut, but your heart as well. And just having faith in the universe or God or whatever you believe, right? That you are in the right place at the right time. And that every decision you make is leading you to your best self. Just having faith in that is so important. And sometimes staying in the comfort, staying in the normal routine, even if it's, hey, maybe you're in a toxic environment at work or in a toxic relationship or have not yet set those boundaries with your family, but because it feels normal and because it's something that you are used to, you continue to do it. That doesn't mean that it's the right path for you. So I think it's just having faith in yourself, having trust in yourself, is really going to make a difference in your life, right? So don't stay stuck in something that feels comfortable, but challenge yourself to move forward. I love this view right now. It's so beautiful. Aw, thanks, Rose. I'm glad I could help. Speaking from the heart there. And, I always say this at the end of my stream, but I'll say it now. Like, you are exactly where you're supposed to be in life. Like, where you are right now is the right place. You're in the right place at the right time. And just having that firm belief and understanding that, like, you have the power to change your life at any given moment, like, that is what you have control over. There's so much craziness going on in the world. There's so many things that people are saying and doing around you, right? And you can't control that. You can only control how you respond and how you move forward. And that's a super powerful thing. And I feel like a lot of people forget that. They forget the power that they have. So if that's one thing you take away from this stream, I think it's a super important message is you have more power than you think you do. You are never stuck, right? There's always opportunities for you to change your life. Captain Kirk says, maintaining the status quo or remaining stagnant is not an option, as the world around us is constantly changing and evolving. Very good point, right? If you just learn by example, you know, what the world is presenting to you. Learn from nature too, right? Like, everything is changing and evolving. Look at this bird. I'm obsessed. Thank you for getting so close to me. What? You want to just say hi to the camera? Oh, look how he's basically camouflaged with the rocks too. That's super cool. And the algae in the water. That's awesome. This looks like a heron. I'm not sure if it's a tricolored heron, but I've never seen like the speckled feathering before. That's pretty cool. Lynette says, did the toxic family thing for years. Ending it has been so healthy for me. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Christina, welcome. Thanks for being here. We're just hanging out with the birds along the shoreline here. I know we were supposed to tour the boardwalk, but like, come on now. We're getting some reality TV here in real time. In the best way. Who doesn't love a little duck and bird sighting? Come on. But we're gonna I wanna walk down this little boardwalk there to the lighthouse, because that's always nice and fun. We can get a better look at this sunrise over here, which the sun is like fully in the sky already, but it's pretty. So why not? We'll take a walk over there. I don't know if you can hear the birds, but it's a nice little soundtrack for the morning. Oh, and look at this guy. I almost missed you. We got a little rabbit. Aw. Are you the owner of the tracks that we saw earlier? Probably. Are you eating all the plants? Yep. I see that. I see you. Oh my goodness, those ears though. So many bunnies around here. Hey, Disney Daddy-O. Welcome. Look at that. He's eating that whole leaf. I'm surprised he's letting me get this close too. That's another miracle. Ooh, he's getting scared. Whoa! Hold on, hold on. You're very close. Look at you. I'm so happy you're letting me get this close to you. I don't even want to move because I don't want him to hop away. You are precious. Guys, also, I'm super excited. Before the stream, I checked my watch hours. I was like 63 hours away from being monetized. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Share the stream. Turn on the stream during the day if you want to rewatch it. We are so close to being monetized, and I'm super pumped. Oh, cleaning your hands after the meal, I see. I know, Peter, I'm like obsessed right now. I don't want to move. We're just staring each other down. It's okay. Yes, thanks, Peter. Let those streams run during the day. Oh, I think he pooped there too. Oh my goodness. Yay, the bunny just clapped for me. That's funny. Oh wow, he's eating the flower. Look at how cute. Oh my God. I've never seen this before. I'm obsessed. What a cutie. Wow. That's a big bunny too. Look at him. Wow. Look at his long body. I guess the flowers taste better. I don't know. Oh. Hey, WDW Stream Finder. It's always a tongue twister in the morning. Sorry. Thanks for being here. Yes, the safari has nothing on me. I'm catching all the animals in real life. Come on now. And I really was going to walk right past him. And so excited I spotted him. I think he's just like, all of the food is here. I don't care. I'm going to risk my life and just stay here. All right, one last look. Oh, look at this little cottontail. All right, we got to keep it moving, but that was really fun. Super cool. Got all the animals. What other animals will we spot? All right. Beautiful. They say when like animals and like small children and babies come up to you, like if they're like drawn to you, it means your energy is good. You got high vibrations. So I'm just saying maybe that's what happened there. I'm a fan, but I don't like these guys. I'm sorry. I don't care what you all think, but squirrels, nope, not for me. Not for me. Beautiful sunrise over the beach and yacht water slide. We got this beautiful view of the lighthouse, beautiful sunrise, beautiful audience. What more could you ask for? And I think going back to David Goggins, right? And pushing yourself to be better, and just even if it's like 1% each day, right? You're pushing yourself beyond your boundaries, right? It's important to take a minute, pause, and reflect, right? Because without reflection, we don't know how or if we should pivot, right? Or celebrating those wins also helps to fuel us moving forward. So it's super important to pause and reflect. And if that's something that you struggle with or need a reminder or need some prompts and things to ask yourself, you can send me an email and write the word pause, and I will send you a free PDF that you can use over and over again. But again, sending me an email, LaurenMcTurk@gmail.com, and that is written in the description below. I'll send you a free PDF that you can use over and over again, and that's free, and it's not just for my Patreons, it's for everyone. Let's see. Captain Kirk says, love seeing all the animals eating breakfast. I know. Love that. Lynette says, I love my squirrels and chipmunks. Oh, I don't know about squirrels. Chipmunks, sure. WDW Streamfinder says, unimaginable, but squirrels were once considered pets in homes. No. In the early 1800s. I can never get over that one. Yeah, no thank you. Captain Kirk, stay hydrated today. Absolutely. It is yesterday on my home thermometer. It said it was 101 degrees, but felt like 100 and, what was it, Peter? 110, 120? I forget. Peter remembers, but it said 101 degrees. Absolutely not. That's way too hot. I was gonna go by the pool yesterday. I was like, no, I cannot do that. Too hot. But yes, if you would like that free PDF, email me. I'll send it right over. I like to give back. I like to help people. I think it's a great way to pause and reflect. But if you're someone that needs a little bit more than just a PDF and you'd like that one-on-one coaching, or maybe even some group coaching, you can also reach out to me in that email, just letting me know. I am a licensed licensed life coach. I am also a licensed English and special education teacher, so I tutor virtually as well. So all the things. If you're interested, please let me know. Lynette, heartwarming down there today. Absolutely. WDW Streamfinder says the best way to stay hydrated today is to stay inside and drink a nice cold drink, maybe take a shower. Yes, agreed. Put some lemon and cucumber in that water that you're drinking too. Makes it a little bit more enjoyable to drink water if you're someone that's like struggling with your water intake and you're like, I don't like drinking water. Soren over Everest, welcome. And says, oh, could you show that Boardwalk resort view again for a moment? I'd love to grab that for my desktop background. Absolutely. Captain Kirk says, I need a shower right now. So do I. Yes, exactly. One of many per day in the summer, for sure. Is this the view that you would like? Or did you want more of like the sun? Hey, Peaches. No worries that you're late. Good morning. Soren over Everest. Let me know if this is the shot you're looking for, if you want me to go on the other side.
If your watch is counting your time in the lazy river as walking, that's not me making you walk.
And for those that know, I wake up at 4 a.m. every day and go to the gym. I start working out at 5. And then on Mondays, I come right here to stream. So I definitely need a shower on top of the heat. I've also just worked out. So I'm so glad there's no smell-o-vision. You're welcome. Hey, my mom is here. Good morning, Mother. So many people in the chat. And if you haven't already hit that like button, please do. It helps pump the stream out to more and more people, spreads that positivity on a Monday morning, especially, when we're going back to work. Some people need a little extra boost. And if you feel like maybe I said something on the stream that you think a friend or family member might find helpful, share the stream, send it over to them. We're trying to get monetized. We are so close. So we're almost there. Almost there. Christina G. So beautiful. So are you. Sue Ann says, I'm so excited I found you. Very relaxing to listen. How often do you stream? Well, thank you so much for joining us. I stream every Monday morning from a different Disney resort. Sometimes I venture outside of Disney. We've done sunrise streams at Cocoa Beach. I also went to St. Pete and Clearwater for a little sunrise stream, but usually it's every Monday morning. Sometimes they throw in a little Disney yoga stream when they have that. But yeah, it's usually once a week. Sometimes you get a little bonus stream in there, but yeah, thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging with us. I'm glad you're enjoying it. And hopefully you subscribed. You're welcome. We got the beautiful, this is the yacht club side. Beautiful beach and yacht. Christina says, had a team Microsoft meeting. Now it's just the wait. Oh yes, I'm excited to hear more. When did they give you a time on when they were going to let you know about the job? Perfect, thank you, Sue Ann. We're gonna go on this little walk because how cute. The little gazebo with the hearts on top. Perfectly manicured lawn. Honestly, looks like they need to cut it just a little bit though. Let's go in this gazebo, how adorable. I wish they had little benches in here because this would be a nice spot to like have breakfast in the morning. Oh, there's somebody on their balcony over there. so cute. What a great picture spot. And there's nobody here. So like the morning is a good time to do this. Got a little fan in here. Ah, ridiculous. And then you got this great view. Christina, she said she had a few more interviews this week. Okay. All right. Fingers crossed for you. And if it's meant to be, it will be. I was looking at some motivational things that I can post for this week. I like to just like get ahead of the game on Sunday and think about, you know, the direction I want my social media to look this week. So I usually plan that out on Sundays. So if you're not following me already on Instagram, you can go to Learning with Law 55 on Instagram and follow me there, because I want you to see that I am not just streaming for the heck of it. I like live and breathe everything that I bring to you, all this knowledge. So if you want to see, you know, how my day-to-day goes, you can check me out there. But something that really stuck with me, and I've heard this before, it's not rejection, it's redirection, right? So I hope, Christina, that you do get that job if it's meant for you, right? If for some reason you don't, it doesn't mean that, you know, you're rejected or you're not worthy of this job or whatever the case may be, right? It's just redirecting you to something that better suits you, right? I really firmly believe that everything happens for a reason. And, you know, if something is not right for you, the universe will push you in a different direction. So we'll see. You know, I'm excited for you. But I like to live by that like mindset of like, it's not rejection, it's redirection. Hey, Nemo with glasses. Thank you for being here. Just found you. Thanks for the stream. Appreciate you. I just hope I don't. I totally get that, Christina. Well, you know what? Start manifesting it. What is this job going to look like for you, right? Are you getting up at a certain time of the day? Are you wearing certain clothes to this job? Are you like going to be talking to certain people? Like put it all into perspective for you. Like what is this job going to look like, feel like on a day-to-day basis, and start thinking about that. And every single day, you know, take 5 or 10 minutes out of your day to just like go through the motions as if you already have the job. Okay, and that'll help to push it forward. Disney Daddy, oh, Lauren, I have a friend who all of a sudden says his email is full and won't answer me. Should I let it go for my health? I mean, yeah, is this friend... His friend is saying his email is full and won't answer you. Well, I think you have your answer there, right? I don't know a lot of context on what happened or what the situation is. Just based on what you're telling me, though, it seems like, you know, the answer is right in front of you. I'm the type of person that doesn't like to, you know, waste my time on anyone that's not giving me the same energy back, right? So it's not like a tit for tat thing. I don't like that at all, but it's more of like people are going to show you who they are, right? And once they do that, especially with this person who's like, oh, my email is full. That's such an interesting excuse. But just take that as like, okay, that's who you are. Do you want that type of person in your life? Gotta just ask yourself that. And if you do, that's totally fine too. No judgment here. But for me, I wouldn't focus my energy all on this person that doesn't want me in their life, it seems like. Christina G, I hope they work with my schedule. They will. Put it out there, girl. They will. Thanks, Mom. My mom is in the chat, everyone. Jane. So if you want to say hello to her. She's joining me this morning. Thanks, Mom. All right, so with this book, I've talked about it on past streams. David Goggins always gives a little challenge at the end of each chapter. And I feel like this challenge was interesting because he wasn't like as direct about what to do, but he's more like giving advice, I guess. I don't know. But he says, challenge number 9, greatness is not something that if you meet it once, it stays with you forever. right? This kind of like resonated with me because I think back to the time that I completed 75 hard, right? And Andy Frisella says like mental toughness is not something that you just like gain and you have it forever. It's kind of like a muscle. You have to work it out all the time in order to keep it, right? So that's what Goggins is saying as far as greatness goes. It's not like, oh, I did it, check it off my list, and now I'm great forever. Like, no, you have to keep working at it. So it requires sustaining that greatness for a long period of time. You must stay consistent in your pursuit of unending effort. And consistent is the word. I actually talked about it this morning with someone from my gym. Like, I am a big advocate for staying consistent, right? People always want shortcuts. They want cheat meals or cheat days, but that's not going to help you to get to where you want to be, right? And if you want to, cut corners, that's your prerogative. That's totally fine. No judgment. But if you really want something and you're going to attack it, right? Consistency is key. Consistency is going to give you that result. Everybody's saying hello to my mom in the chat. Thank you, guys. We have the beautiful swan and dolphin over there. So I was talking to, I'm not going to say his name, not that he watches the stream, but like, I don't know, whatever, privacy. So I have this really great older man that works out at my gym. Love him so much. And he was my partner for like the finisher today. And we did something and he's like, he high-fived me and he goes, I got to ask you a question after camp today. I said, all right. I'm like, oh boy. So then he says to me after we like finish the camp, he goes, I have to ask you, what are you eating or not eating so I can get your abs? And I said, insert name here. I'm like, I don't know how to answer that question. I said, are you counting your macros? Are you watching, what you eat every day? And he's like, not really. I'm like, okay, well, that's step one, right? You have to be mindful of the food you're putting in your body. And I said, first of all, you look great. So I don't know where this question is coming from. But like, again, we want to like better ourselves, right? 1% better every day. So he was like, well, like how many days a week do you eat fast food? And I looked at him and I go, never. But I haven't eaten fast food in years. So that's just me personally. I just never feel good when I eat fast food. So he's like, oh, okay. Well, he's like, well, I have, I eat right during the week, but then the weekends I allow for like cheat meals. And I said, well, it's all about being consistent, right? I don't really, if you're going to have a cheat meal, that's one thing. And, you can give yourself grace and whatever. But for me, it's very rare that I like indulge or like overindulge in certain things. I said, you need to be consistent. So track your macros, take a look at like the fat count. And even if you just track your macros for like a month or so, just so you can kind of see what each, like the foods that you're eating, like how much fat is in this particular, protein bar or whatever you're about to eat. I think it's just becoming mindful of the food that you're putting in your body is really going to help you make those healthier decisions moving forward, even if you don't track every single day. At least having that awareness, right? It comes back to just the knowledge. Knowledge is power. If you're aware of certain things, you're able to correct or fix or pivot or whatever the case may be. But in my opinion, if you want a goal, you want to achieve something, you have to stay consistent with those habits. And that's just a tangent that I went on about being consistent. Oh my goodness. But yes. But it goes back to David Goggins talking about, always wanting to be great every day. You have to, it's a pursuit, right? It's not something that you achieve once and check it off the list and you're good. And he also talks about like continuing to put obstacles in front of yourself. Because if you are challenging yourself every day, you're building that mental toughness, you're building that resilience, and you'll see it in other areas of your life. If you're doing something physical, right, in the gym and pushing past your limits, you're going to see the benefits emotionally in your life in other areas, right? Or in your relationships, or in your friendships, or spiritually, maybe. So once you have that confidence that, yes, I can do this physical thing really well, it's going to show up as confidence in other areas of your life, right? Because you're going to find that friction will help you to grow even stronger than comfort can, right? Just knowing that living in comfort is never going to help you grow. All right. Honestly, I really want to come back for the yoga, guys, but I have to make sure that I'm working today at some point, because they do have the Disney Fit yoga at 9 a.m., 9 to 9:30. What time is it now? 7:34? I think I can get back here. Maybe I'll do a bonus stream, guys. How do we feel about that? Would we watch some yoga at the Boardwalk at 9 a.m.? Because unfortunately for YouTube, it doesn't, like, if you have the bell turned on, it won't alert you twice in a day, I think. But if I'm telling you now that I'm gonna do it, please show up. Hey, I think it's Pile Adventures. Am I saying that right? No, I do not work for Disney. I am a teacher. I teach English, but I teach virtually. So my hours are very flexible. So there's that. Rose says, sure. Yeah, I think I might come back for it because I love yoga. It makes me feel so good. And doing it outside at the Boardwalk, how lovely. Yes, definitely very calming because they play like nice Disney music in the background, but it's like instrumental. I think I might do that. I have to see where it is. I don't know if it's right here on the grass. I think it might be closer to the pool. But I've done other streams. Contemporary does theirs Friday nights. I believe it was 6:30 when I did that stream. And then, what was it? Saratoga Springs does theirs. It's either Tuesday or Wednesday in the morning. But did it say where they're doing it? Oh, Village Green Lawn. Okay, so I'm assuming it's this, right? Is this the Village Green? Where's their map? I might do that. So I just set up the, there's no talking on my part, obviously, but I set up the gimbal and the phone so that you can watch. And if you want to follow along, that's like super fun too. Or if you just want to hang out for the vibes, there's that as well. So you have some options. Village Green Lawn. Let me go in here and look at that map and just to make sure that I know where I'm going. They have a great gym here too. If you ever stay at the Boardwalk, their gym is really nice. Very clean. They have some like fun equipment. They have a running trail here too. It's about an eighth of a mile, so almost a mile around the Boardwalk. I love that. Again, I say it on every stream. I should come and run here. And I never do. Oh goodness. Because I feel like when I go to a resort in the morning, I wanna stream. All right, so D. Yes, that's the Village Green. Okay, so if you're here and you want to do yoga, you'll find it right in the middle on the Village Green lawn. That's where they do the family yoga as well. It's a good spot because I feel like everybody can kind of see it. It advertises for there. The one at Saratoga is kind of, I feel like it's a little bit hidden. Not many people know that it's there. And the one at the Contemporary, I feel like is really at the wrong time. Friday at 6:30. That's why on my stream, I was the only one there. It was like a one-on-one yoga session with the instructor, which was pretty cool. I didn't mind it, but it's right on. So if you're walking out of the Contemporary in the back and just go to the left, there's a little like beach area, but it's like right before that where they do the marshmallows and stuff, roast the marshmallows. It's over there, but yeah, that was on a previous stream. So you can always check that out after this one. Let's go up here. But yeah, definitely check back because I might be doing that today. Once I get my work computer set up and everything, I think it'll be nice. My body feels like it needs a little stretch. So probably come back for that. I feel like it's gonna be like hot yoga because it is already very, very hot out here. These beautiful flowers. Let's do a humidity check. How we doing? Actually, not bad. Not bad. We got a little wave. Okay. Just as Lee always says, and I don't know if he's here today, but he says, expanding the hair as we're expanding your minds. Right? With the humidity. I think it's just very hot today. I feel like it's going to be a hot one again in the middle of the day. But I want to thank you all so much for being here. If you haven't already hit that like button, please do. Consider subscribing and turning on the bell for all notifications so you'll know every time I go live. Because like I said, I want to incorporate some more streams during the middle of the week to keep that motivation going and to spread more positive vibes. If you found something really interesting and informative and you want to share the stream with a friend, hey, that would be the biggest compliment. Share that stream. Or if you're looking for ways to help support the channel, you can definitely become a Patreon by going to learningwithlaw.com or patreon.com/learningwithlaw and select the level that is right for you. My top 2 Patreon levels do get a 30-minute group coaching call every month. So if that's something that's interesting for you, or you're like not sure if you're ready for one-on-one coaching, this will kind of help you, dip a toe in the pool, so to speak, and see if that's something you'd be interested in. So definitely check that out. Or if you have any questions, please reach out to me. Thank you, Lynette, for being here. She says, thank you again for a great start to the week. Of course, I appreciate you so much. Look at these little miniature chairs. I'm obsessed with that. I love the little tiny little kid stuff. But yeah, Captain Kirk, thank you, Lauren, for another great stream. This is the best way to start the week. Please have an amazing week, everyone. You too. Thank you, Captain Kirk. And just give lots of hugs and snuggles to the new addition to the fam. Mark Mueller, thank you for the great walk and talk, of course. But I want to thank you all for being here. Don't mind the gym hair. But yes, hit that like button, subscribe, become a Patreon, do all the things. Also, once the stream is done, if you could leave a comment down below, let me know what resonated for you in the stream or where you'd like to see me go live from next week. And you can follow me on Instagram, learningwithlaw55. Thank you, Mom. Very inspiring. Love you too. Yes. Mom, if you missed the beginning, you're definitely going to want to go back and rewatch. Get me those watch hours. You know what I'm saying? Almost there. Almost monetized. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Hope you have a wonderful week. And remember, you are meant to be here, okay? If you weren't, then you wouldn't be here. So thank you all so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week. And I will see you possibly at 9 a.m. Check the channel because I might be going live again for yoga. All right? Have a great day. Bye, everyone.